We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Miami Dolphins.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll run. Here's Devon. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this one's incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Achan on 1st and 10. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Saunders. Gonna go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 37-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds his rookie wideout from Tennessee. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back to the ground, Achan. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
18-yard line.
Second down and 8.
On the pickup. It's second and 8.
On play action, Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Trey McBride with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And makes it across the 20 as these guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they can score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Rodgers. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Jihad Campbell. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well.
Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 162, tying him with LaDainian Tomlinson for third place all time. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin first and 10. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. At the 28-yard line. Now Rodgers. Throw caught by Ochan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Up the middle, Ochan. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Dolphins at 11-5 on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Trey McBride, the target on that throw. And now it's third down. You look at this Eagle defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January. They've got to improve in this area.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. To throw is Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
And the Dolphins, first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
A run straight ahead of Ochan. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Right back to Ochan on second down. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 21. These two teams all tied after one.
Third and 1.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll run for it with Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Cameron Jordan, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Saunders. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He's going to have the first down, more than that. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. George Pickens, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So now 1st and 10 as they crossed into Miami territory at the 27. It's Barkley on the counter. He spins free. And they'll get this down to the 10. 98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent game and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a longer game.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Barkley will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And Barkley did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Brings up 3rd down.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
30-yard line.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And swing this out wide. Here's Achane. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
A loss of 6.
Nolan Smith.
3rd and 13.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Rodgers to throw once more. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, what looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll throw now on the final play. Airing it out deep for Smith. 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there for Philly. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he's able to get this inside the 10 down to the 9. 112 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. Hurts going to move him around. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Barkley again. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And you know it pains them to be this close. And you know they're going to want to go for it here. But they absolutely have to kick the field goal and get this back to a 1-score game. It's only logical.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit Pater, but they're going to go for it. He'll try to do it himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts with career touchdown number 70. And the Eagles take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Elliott good on the extra point. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try to make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On play action, and Rodgers. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got it complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get to stop here. And
Across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Now a play fake. Rodgers. That is caught. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Achan.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Eagles' 21-yard line.
Achan here, they stay on the ground.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Rodgers.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and goal from inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Devon Achan, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Saquon Barkley, touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 163. That moves him past LT and into 3rd place all time.
And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Throwing is Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Rodgers going to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now it's Baldwin. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll try and do this himself. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
First down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. Barkley inside handoff. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Hurts. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That is caught. It's the tight end gunner. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a first and 10 at the 11. Up the middle with Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Here's second and 10. Throwing is Hurts. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! From 10 yards out. And the Eagles have taken a fourth quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Dolphins 24. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
It's a gain of 31 yards. That's good for a Dolphins.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Rodgers again now. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Now Rodgers. Pickens is there on the crossing route. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
What can they draw up now? Time to find out on a 3rd and 8. Rodgers to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Trey McBride with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 6 coming up. They'll look to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. Yet another interception. interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
A loss of 2 yards leads to 3rd down and 14.
On 3rd down, H.M. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Dolphins, a win here in Week 18 means they'll finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the loss means they finish with a mark of 10 wins and 7 losses. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week.
Talk to him. Gang, 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 gang. I'm playing the playoffs. I'm playing the Jags. Hope I could go home, you hear me?